Today I want to talk about some of the existing trends we're seeing in menswear. What they are, why they're popular, and crucially, why I don't think they're going to last very long. Just to be clear, I really like some of these trends, but I just don't think they're going to be around for much time. And in this video, I'm going to explain why. I could be totally wrong, of course, but that's the reason why we all love fashion. The debates and discourse around it. Also, by the way, I'm absolutely not saying you should avoid these trends either. I know that the title of this video might come off as a bit negative, but I hope that the content is not. If you think any of these trends will bring happiness and value to your outfit rotation, then you should get them. Or maybe you think these aren't trends at all and are in fact timeless pieces. Either way, I'd love to hear your opinions. The first one is the MotoGP jackets trend, or just the MotoGP branding in general, which a lot of brands are pushing this year. I feel like this is one of those Instagram trends that you never actually see in real life. I see influencers all over my feed wearing them, but I've never actually seen anyone in person wearing one. And I think that's because they do make a good photo. They're loud and flashy and catch people's attention. However, I think that's also going to be their downfall. They're so in your face and recognizable that once people have worn it once or twice, they get bored of a look and don't wear it again. Because it's such a specific piece, your outfits will all start to look the same, which I think is fine, but I have a feeling that most people wearing this type of jacket for fashion don't want to look the same every day. I think this look has also been ruined by cheaper fast fashion brands pumping out hundreds of lookalikes. And at first glance, it's difficult to recognize the difference between a $2,000 one and a cheaper one, which drags the nicer ones down. I suppose you could say the same about a plain white t-shirt, but at least they're versatile, whereas this jacket isn't, in my opinion. So yeah, I just think that this trend is going to be very short-lived. The next trend that I don't think is going to last are tabby style shoes. I know these have existed for centuries, but I feel like we're in a particularly trendy phase for the tabby shoe at the moment. The style is very different, and I think it took a bit of time for the modern general public to get comfortable with them as a daily shoe. And it's great to see more people experimenting with different styles such as the tabby. But there's something in the back of my mind that makes me feel like this trend is going to come to a very fast peak sometime this year and then suddenly drop off. At the moment, you need to spend quite a bit of cash to get a decent pair of stylish tabbies. This keeps them quite exclusive, and pairing that with how different they are to normal shoes makes them very stylish at the moment. But I'm wondering if that exclusivity is what's holding the whole trend together. Once we start to see more affordable versions, I have a feeling we're going to start to see this trend fade away pretty rapidly. This next one's pretty close to my heart because it's what my channel started on all those years ago. It's oversized tops, specifically t-shirts, sweaters and hoodies. I think 2024 is the final year we'll be seeing oversized tops in the mainstream for quite a while. That's not to say people won't be wearing them, because I know I'll still be wearing mine. But as a trend, the pendulum is strongly swinging towards slimmer fit tops. Oversized tops have had their time in the spotlight a lot longer than I think many people would have anticipated, and I believe that's because of the emergence of vintage workwear as a trend in particular. It spurred the oversized trend on a lot longer than its natural life cycle, but for sure we'll still see both trends worn by dedicated fans of that style, but in general a lot of people seem to have lost interest in this look. Sticking with the oversized theme, a particular trend we're seeing a lot at the moment are gigantic jeans and denim shorts. I think relaxed and oversized jeans and shorts will be around for a while, but the gigantic, almost comically big ones don't feel like they have much longevity in them. All trends seem to have a spectrum of intensity. You have a starting point of what a trend was to begin with, in this case relaxed denim, but as people, mostly influencers, try to outdo each other and make more of a statement, those trendy pieces become more intensified versions of themselves. In this case, the denim has become so big, it's almost impractical. And that's why I think this trend won't last very long. The next trend I think that won't go the distance are metallic shoes, specifically silver shoes. Notable ones are the Asics Gel Kayano Legacy in pure silver, the Adidas and Wales Bonner collab, and the Salomon ACS Pro in silver. To be honest, this one might already be dead because I think it peaked earlier in the year and I'm not seeing many people wear them these days. So I might inadvertently be doing their obituary right now. But metallic shoes and metallic coloured clothing in general was touted to be one of the biggest trends of 2024. And this was probably off the back of the emergence of the Y2K trend, which was very big in 2023. Similar to the MotoGP stuff though, I reckon metallic shoes are one of those things that are great for an Instagram photo because they're different and they pop in an outfit. But when it comes to real life, I've never actually seen too many people wearing them. That might be because they're quite tough to style in an everyday outfit, and when trendy pieces aren't very versatile, they don't tend to last long. This is why it's important to sit on a piece for a few weeks or months to ensure you really like it before buying, so you can properly decide if you actually do like it or are you just being taken away by the hype of it. Next up is the trend of dirty, ripped jeans. And I have a very specific brand in mind for this, Acne Studios. It's no secret that Acne Studios are one of the most beloved brands out there. Everything I've owned from them has been quality, and I enjoy the look of so much of their stuff. But the dirty, ripped jeans they've been pushing feel like a short-lived trend and expensive mistake waiting to happen. It's one of those trends where if we saw a high street brand putting out these pieces, we'd all probably be laughing at it. But because it's Acne Studios, we tend to think it's instantly stylish. I don't mind a bit of distressing when it's tastefully done. It can add a bit of character and interest to an otherwise quite plain piece of denim. But the way it's being executed here is just so phony in my opinion. It's overdone to a point of looking kind of gross, and it just doesn't seem very wearable to me. While I have no doubt in the quality of the materials and craftsmanship, paying £400 to £600 for denim that is this distressed is Balenciaga levels of trolling. If I wanted to try this trend, I would definitely check eBay or Depop first to find some destroyed secondhand denim for probably 1/10 of the price. Next up, I think we're seeing the last of the athletic essentials or owners club aesthetic trend. You know the ones where it's typically an oversized hoodie or t-shirt that has owners club or athletic club screen printed on the back. I think this was probably made famous by Fear of God, and actually Fear of God in general seems to be on a bit of a decline at the moment. I reckon that's partly due to their essentials line, where this owners club trend originated. It's been so overly copied and replicated, firstly by other brands and then eventually by cheaper high street stores. The market is now oversaturated with watered down versions of the Fear of God essentials line. What started out as something that was supposed to represent a smaller core of dedicated fans to the brand has now been effectively tainted by the wider general public all wearing similar things. And without that exclusive feeling, I just feel like this trend won't last much longer. The next one is animal print, more specifically leopard print, which is touted to be a really big trend in 2024. And I actually really like the idea of this, but it does have that flash in the pan feeling, so I'm holding back a bit for now. I'm going to repeat myself here, but it feels similar to the MotoGP and metallic shoe trends. It's a recycled trend that has come and gone before, but mainly in the women's fashion circles, and people are understandably excited to see it gain popularity in menswear, because it's really unique. But being such a loud and busy look, is it going to have longevity? Well, that's my worry. If I was to try some animal print pieces, I'd probably go for something as low-key as possible, so that I could still wear it in the future without it taking over the whole outfit. I'm thinking something like the Doc Martens, which has just a hint of leopard print on it, or perhaps a neckerchief just to give you that little bit of pop, but probably not an all-over print jacket or shirt, which I feel could get old very quickly and might be the reason why this trend doesn't last. So there's my hot take on some of the trends we're seeing at the moment, which I don't think are going to last very long. Of course, I could be totally wrong. This is just my opinion at the end of the day. I'd love to know what you guys think of these, and if there's any other trends that you don't think are going to survive very long. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.